Hello. Welcome to fuck. I keep losing track. All right, we're just gonna call this one episode 3.
Is this episode 3?
This is the real one, even though we started
This
with
is the
episode
intro every time.
man. Every time we're on episode 3.
We're on a episode.
Yeah, this is technically episode like 5, but it's 3 because I lost one, and then there was one that I didn't post, so it's 3. So fuck it. Oh yeah, and like last time too, I guess we were not like really smacking, but there's a little bit of we're doing some shit. So
yeah, we're in an underground bunker.
Yep. This time, I don't think either of us have any like current event shit. I saw that Daniel Radcliffe trailer.
Yeah, showing you that the morning Kimbo.
Yep. Bernie's probably gonna be fucking Democratic representative. Fucking like it's about. That's all we fucking got.
Yep. So Harry Potter's got akimbo, guns, and
guns akimbo.
Bernie's trying to legalize that weed.
Yep. Bernie might have my vote on just that legalization shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I was talking about it at work. They're like, "Oh, dude, you know Bernie's gonna release all these like prisoners and blah 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 and all this stuff." And I was like, "If he gets me the weed, like that's all I want." I know that sounds shitty, but like, I need it. So fucking whatever.
I think a lot of people need it. Maybe.
Yep.
What else is going on?
I mean, I don't do that actually. I don't consume cannabis products. Never mind. I'm retracting my statement. You think I'm some kind of criminal or something? I'm a bad guy? No, I was kidding. But yeah, I don't know. Fucking you didn't watch anything like this week or anything?
Oh no, I've been on Hunt Showdown.
Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, just got released for PS4 not too long ago, and been on that, just grinding away. Super great game. It's like Bloodborne, Far Cry, Red Dead.
It kind of looks like
it's kind of like the
Far Cry, Bloodborne, and like Bioshock.
Yeah.
It looks kind of Bioshocky sometimes.
Yeah, been on that. Finished season 2 of COD. That was pretty dope. Don't know I'm doing season 3. Not sure if I'm going to continue down that road of just shelling out cash for skins and shit. But still waiting for Battle Royale. I don't know if that's supposed to be in season 2 or what.
Fuck, I keep forgetting about that shit.
Yeah, I think they've been like leaning on it pretty. Well, they like in the menu they have like classified thing, and I think that's where it's supposed to be the Battle Royale mode.
Yeah.
But I think I was kind of disappointed though. I thought the infected mode being on bigger maps was going to lead to like special infected, like your own loadouts, just different things for that. It just ended up being like bigger maps, more players on the map. I think there's like 40 something plus players on the map.
Oh, that's actually cool though. I like big matches in like FPS shooters.
Yeah, but it was fun.
That's pretty sick.
I felt like it was a lot of running though. It was like a lot of running to get back to like the action and stuff like that. So I don't know. It was okay. Still plugging away at Fallout 76. Still waiting for Wastelanders to come out. That super big drop. To be determined. Not really too hopeful at this point, considering all the BS.
That's pretty cool. I've been fucking like literally listening to like film soundtracks, which is like a new thing for me, kind of sorta. Like I've never really like looked up the soundtrack to a lot of films. I looked up Fifth Element soundtrack, Titanic soundtrack, which is actually kind of whack, and then fucking just Terrence McKenna shit, psychedelic shit, fucking a bunch of like sort of futuristic kind of stuff, which I think is actually pretty rad. I listened to a 7-hour Terrence McKenna lecture on shamanism.
Oh, that's wild.
And it's actually really interesting to hear him talk about, like, I guess, like, the Amazon and all types of stuff that, like, they do down there with indigenous people. They, like, drink their psychedelics, which is pretty cool. I think that's rad.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's, like, really what's been going on is just doing... It's been such a fucking, like... busy week, seriously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All week has just been like every day something's going on. I'm actually kind of glad right now.
Yeah,
and then like next week too is about to be because like I got like crazy hours again.
Right.
So fucking about to be fun.
Yeah, I went from like nights to days, so it's been kind of jarring. I feel like I've like been just up. That's where like I finished COD and I finished like a lot of the games I was playing. Just like a ton of time to plug away at that. I saw the trailer for Candyman, a cult classic.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's happening too.
Jordan Peele's producing that. That actually looked pretty good.
He's committing to horror. That's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good too. Like honestly, the trailer was definitely pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was joking. I was like, "Yo, dude, maybe he's gonna do like Black Friday the 13th."
Oh, like a slasher?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Candyman's kind of like.
Oh, that he is kind of
it's
slasherish a little bit. Yeah.
Knocking on the door. I was trying to describe it to Nat. I was like, he's like a black guy. He's got like a hook. He's got bees. He's covered in bees.
Bees is his. I thought his thing is bees.
I don't really think the bees are like they do much. They're just like people don't like bees.
I wouldn't fuck with him if he's covered in bees. I'm automatically like I'm out.
It's just out.
Say his name 3 times and he shows up. It's like that's kind of a dumb premise.
Say his name 3 times and like you just start hearing buzzing like a lot, just like a hive. He's like Roach Coach, but like with bees. With like bee coat is just not as catchy.
I might even have to check that movie out. I fucking hate horror, but like just to see.
You don't hate horror.
I don't hate horror, but I don't gravitate to horror. But like my thing is like. I have to say Candyman 3 times to sort of like summon him.
Yeah.
Why would I say?
Yeah, they
Candyman?
like showed in the trailer like these like young girls are like fucking with it.
Candyman.
I think it has to be in a mirror.
And then he materializes.
Yeah, materializes and like you just get murdered. You get murked. That's it. That's all it takes.
So if I want to die, just say Candyman 3 times.
Yeah, basically.
That's stupid. Like
so
I'm like
our millennium culture that's like so obsessed with death memes, like that's a shoe-in. Like you're a goner.
Oh, he'll get memed. Yep, he's asking for it, and especially if he remixed another classic hip hop song.
Oh yeah, it was Say My Name.
Oh, that's a wicked good choice, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I'll give him that, actually. But, Candyman. Why would I say Candyman? Why do they even do it in the film? That's what I want to know. Like, if you say you die.
It's like every horror film. They're like, oh, there's no way this urban legend can be real. And then it is real. They just so happen to occupy the universe where that urban legend is actually real. And yeah, they never beat the urban legend. They just like stop it for a time, and then that's how we get the sequels.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's slashers, pretty much.
Yeah, like, slashers.
Jason's dead, and then Jason's not dead.
Jason just
he comes back.
Like Jason is, he just gets progressively more godlike as like the renditions go on. Like he's definitely killable, then he's not killable, then he's very not killable, and then Jason X, where like cyborgs are like machine gunning him down, and that's not even working.
Yeah. Freddy vs. Jason is wild, though, because, like, Freddy, like, kind of beats his ass a little bit in the dream realm. Like, when he gets him in there, it's pretty donezo for him, even though he ends up losing.
Yeah, I felt like the Jason versus Freddy fight was kind of like Marv in, like, Sin City, where, like, once he finally gets the handcuffs on the Elijah Wood character.
Starts thrashing him.
He just beats the shit out of him. Like, it's not even a fair fight.
Yep. Freddy, like, has to have people be afraid of him in order to actually have powers.
Yeah, he's kind of like a lot of media with the God concept, where like you have to believe in the God for the God to have powers. Like it's similar in that vein, where it's like, yeah, if you don't believe Freddy, he's like garbage, like he just disappears or whatever, or you could just kill him with like mundane things.
I like Freddy because he says bitch. Like that.
Scary Terry.
Now you're on primetime, bitch. He like fucking uses that shit a bunch.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch.
See, I do gravitate towards horror. I don't know. There's something about it. Like some people argue that it's kind of like samey, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it can get.
I think people tune in for different reasons. I mean, like it's let's see a bunch of like stupid, fucking unlikable characters get butchered, or what's the lore? Where's the world building at with this character?
Yeah, it's like sometimes when I'm going for horror, it's like, do I want to fucking like sit there and scream at the bad choices everyone's making at the film? a lot. Like when I watched, you guys were watching, what the fuck was it? Halloween. I know I think that movie might have came out maybe like the 80s or something, or maybe like late 70s. I think I had to check that, but like he's in the neighborhood. There's a scene where like the girls are walking home, and it's just Mike like following them, like, and he's just like looking behind bushes, like.
Well, I think it's around Halloween, so. Like, I guess, like, no one would suspect,
Because he's got the mask. Okay, when you put it that way, still, but
and it's like a suburban setting. Like what's funny about horror movies...
cops.
Yeah, there's no cops.
There's none. There's like two cops.
If you call a cop, that cop is probably going to die. Like...
Or he's not going to believe you.
Yeah.
And then fucking...
There's nothing wrong. And then he just leaves.
You kids need to go home. And it's like, yo, I'm getting stalked by a man with a chef's edge. Like,
but has he done anything yet? That's how, like, the cops act. Like, it's very much...
You gotta wait till he does something.
Yeah, you gotta wait until he murders somebody, and then we'll interact.
He just, like, puts somebody in a sack and beats him against the tree.
Yeah, I know, like how they try to, like, beat Freddy is they try to stay up, and they'll take a bunch of, like, fucking, like, uppers and shit like that.
Yeah, they
and
make him not sleep.
And then they crash, and that's when he gets them.
Freddy shit sucks, won't even lie. Like... That'd be really wild.
I think you're just beat. Like, honestly, I think there's...
You might be beat, yeah.
Yeah, some slashes are just kind of like, you're just... I think you're just done, in general. I mean, there's, like, the final girl. There's a couple characters that are just, like, kind of, like, not the main characters that survive. But I think most slashers, you just kind of beat. Sci-fi, too. You're just, like, almost the whole crew in a sci-fi movie, horror type deal is, like, dead.
Oh, yeah. It's like when you guys were watching... I've never seen Aliens 3 all the way through. Mm-hmm. But when you were watching, I was like, really? It's another, like, film with people and one alien. I was like, they kind of just ripped the premise of one and did it again, but on a prison planet. And I'm like...
Yeah.
But, like, that thing, too, like, I was actually thinking about that movie the other day, where the dude's, like... He's running and he just explodes into gore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was like, how did that happen? But still, I'm like, it's one xenomorph. I'm like, we can't kill one xenomorph?
No,
like, one? Like...
Yeah, well, like, Ripley's like, do you have guns? And they're like, no. We got, like, knives, axes.
Pipes. Doors. We can
That's it.
slam on it.
Yeah, that's it.
She says crud.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Crud.
If they did like another Alien Isolation film where it was like on a prison planet type deal, that would be kind of dope.
One xenomorph.
Just one xenomorph.
I thought that was Alien Isolation. It's one xenomorph.
I don't want to spoil like anything about
that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy.
It's not
shit.
Canon.
I think it is. Question mark. I mean, it's about Ripley's daughter looking for her.
Colonial Marines, I guess, is canon. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, dude. They like retcon some shit. It's weird.
The guy with the grenades like blows up.
Super. Dude, fucking Colonial Marines is wild.
The xenomorph comes out. He's like, whoa. It's like, who wrote this?
Oh yeah. He gets chest burst and he's on a fucking bridge
on his knees,
and he fucking detonates. Like some grenades or whatever, like a grenade, blows the bridge while you guys are still on it. It's like, what a fucking dumbass.
What a piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
I would have shot his body as it was floating in his space.
Yeah, like, honestly, it's not... It's hard enough to survive the ordeal, and then, like... And that's, like, any horror in general. Like, it's hard enough to survive the ordeal, and then you've got people that are literally team killers. They're just, like, the worst. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just nuts. I couldn't... You know, it's probably realistic. You know, most people probably wouldn't rise to the occasion. That's fine. But then there would be people that would, like, jeopardize it. Like, was it... It's not a horror film, but that movie, Daylight, with Stallone.
Oh, I love Daylight.
Daylight is... If you haven't seen that film, that is a super good film.
Yeah, you should watch Daylight. It's an action film, but I consider it an action... drama almost, because it's smarter than his usual films, and like a lot of the when he's getting into the fucking collapsed I think it's like a tunnel or something, he has to go through a ventilation shaft that's like a big fan. That scene, I fucking love that scene. It's super action packed, really. But yeah, that's a good... It'll
tug at your heartstrings. Yeah. But like the team killer is a Vigo.
Vigo is the team killer in that.
He's just like this just over the top guy. He's like, I can get us out of here, and he's just complete asshole basically.
Yep. He dies down there.
Spoiler.
He's crud.
You're gonna see that guy, and then like you'll be like, oh, I know that guy. Like those guys told me he dies.
The word of this fucking show is definitely crud. It's
Crud.
fucking rad. Vigo's crud in that film. When they're fucking like it's a bus full of inmates and fucking they have to like jump off the back of the bus and there's like an electrical wire that's down in a puddle of water. All that shit. I'm like, they're dead right there. Seriously, like I know it's a film, but like, yeah. See how many you can get out.
That's what we got to do. We got to do a highlight reel, one of these shows of like characters that sack themselves. They're just like they go above and beyond the call. Like they're not the main character. They're just a rando that just does something heroic.
I was gonna say Independence Day, but he's not really a rando. Like,
oh, the guy that like
his sack is sick because he just goes, "Hell, boys," and he like boom blows up the mothership.
The crazy guy, yeah.
But he tells everyone like he's like, "Yo, I was abducted," and they're like, "Shut up, dude."
What was his name? I cannot remember his name for the life of me.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
I want to call him Rust or something like that.
Rust. He's from Christmas Vacation. He's the drunk bastard.
Yeah, but
He's that dude.
he's a drunk bastard in Independence Day too.
Yep, he's drunk.
And if he does suffer from alcoholism in real life, I apologize in advance. But he plays that character. That is his character. He was abducted. He gets revenge. He crashes into the alien ship.
Very.
I'm not even sure if he's the catalyst. Like I don't know how that really went. Like looking back on Independence Day, I think like Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith were definitely the reason why they beat the alien scourge.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even seen the sequel.
The sequel, it's so trash.
Yeah, you said it wasn't that great.
It's so bad. It's like, what the fuck happens? It's set in the future, and they've taken the alien invaders' technology and adapted it to Earth. So like, they show you flying ships and stuff, and it has similar colors to their spaceship because they like jack their technology. But they come back. I guess, and there's another orb or something that drops off Earth, and it's what the fuck is it? They think it's another alien threat, but it's actually trying to warn them that the aliens are coming back, and they try to set up for a series. They actually tried to do that, like, we want 3 more, and I was like, fuck no. Like they show it's like a white orb.
And then Will Smith's cameo, wasn't it just a picture?
It's a picture of Will Smith.
It's not even like Will Smith's not even in the movie.
Yeah, his son is like the dude in the film, and then Vivica Fox, which was it Vivica Fox? That was his lady in the film.
Yeah, I believe so. She was like a stripper or dancer.
Yeah, she's like a doctor or something.
She's in the movie.
She dies. Yeah, in the film.
She's in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's wild.
She dies. Jeff Goldblum's dad, because Jeff's in the film, he actually came back, but his dad is like, I'm looking for my David, and he's like on a boat in like the ocean when like there's a big tidal wave coming. He's just like, oh, he's just outrunning all this danger. He gets on a school bus with a bunch of kids, and he's like driving the school bus away from alien fire.
That sounds
and
like
stuff.
Sharknado.
It's
like, it seems
fucking
like
bad.
It just seems like bad special effects and
the crazy scientist man that gets like the tentacle wrapped around him, and he's like, that fucking guy. He's at the end of the movie like holding some big gun, like sort of like Starship Troopers, like, you want to win this shit or something like that. I'm like, what is this? Like, this is. It's got Liam Hemsworth in it. It's like, I don't know. It was definitely like, it was fucking bad. I was kind of checked out for that one.
Huh.
We saw Suicide Squad like after that, so it was just a series of bad films. I was like, you are evil, lady. That shit, like.
Oh, Suicide Squad.
I'm still gonna watch the Harley Quinn film because Margot Robbie commits to the Brooklyn accent and the Mr. J. Like her saying it, I'm like, I'm in because you're committing to the character. So like, I'll watch her film.
I don't know. Like we'll probably hear it 100 times on this podcast. DC, oof, like
hard reboot.
Everything.
Kind of need that.
I don't know. Everyone's like getting tired of reboots, dude. You can only do that so many times. You got to make a banger eventually. Like people are just gonna like start walking away.
See, it's Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and I really started to think more about what you've been saying about they're in their fuck up phase, where like they're trying to figure out their. I don't know. Maybe I guess like
they're in that like let's like burn through a couple Hulks. Like let's.
Which is so weird because
they're in a weird spot.
Yeah, but they might need that seriously.
Which is crazy because it's like they're in their second weird spot. Because I mean, they definitely made Catwoman, and I think they're already talking about doing Catwoman again.
And 3 Batman films.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, no shit. What am I talking about? Well, it's not technically their DCU because I was like,
you know, this might be a hot take, but I'm not sold on Patterson in that suit. I saw the test run, I guess, or whatever that was floating around the internet with him in the suit and the cowl. I'm not 100% sold. I thought, like, for some reason the cowl was gonna do more and maybe mask his face a little bit. Maybe we'd even see a Batman that doesn't take it off at all. It's just Batman.
I mean, that would be cool.
But I looked at it and I was like, it feels very Arkham. It feels like, for some reason, like I just see his face in the cowl.
Oh, I need to see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like his eyes.
But then again, I've been wrong before. Like you can just tell it's really him. Like you like it doesn't really like leave much.
He still looks like Batman though, right? He's like it's
like the looks very like Arkham, the Arkham games and stuff like that. But you know, like you could just really tell it's him in a Batman costume. Like there's part of me that wants to say it very much looks like a costume. Like he's like costuming as Batman and he's not Batman. But like I said, I've been wrong before. Like I'll go on record to say that like I thought that Shane there from Walking Dead wasn't going to be a great Punisher, and he like turned out to be really great. So like,
I kind of thought he would be okay. My thing with him is I need the skull, and I don't understand why like guys don't do it. Like why don't they? Well, no, I know it's because they really don't know shit about the characters, but still, like you can't just be I'm the Punisher on the little icon for the show on Netflix. There's a skull. And he might even be wearing, like, if they made a toy, he has a skull. But in the show, he's in a hoodie. And I'm like, you're not the Punisher. And I'm like, is the skull all he really... Yeah, he kind of needs that. Ray Stevenson wore the skull.
They're like 2 for 2. Because, like, Dolph Lundgren didn't wear the skull in his rendition. And then you've got, like, him... Like, I think he wears it briefly.
He didn't do it at all?
No, Dolph? For his, like, the movie adaptation? No, he didn't wear the skull. He was literally, like Dolph Lundgren... His like very like what is it like sunken in like type expression kind of.
He looks like a zombie in that movie.
Yeah, he was like a stone cold killer. Wore a lot of black. Wore a motorcycle.
Naked.
There was like a scene where he's just like he gets like an Uzi and just like guns down a bunch of dudes with like samurai swords.
That's
like,
pretty sick.
It was pretty like crazy action scenes and it was all great. I actually like Dolph Lundgren as Punisher. He's like one of my favorite Punishers. But yeah, he didn't rock the skull.
Whack.
Shane didn't really rock the skull, and then you have like Tom Jane, and then you got Ray Stevenson. They both rocked the skull. Ray Stevenson's rendition
Tom Jane
was
wore the
wild.
skull straight up. Ray Stevenson was like
Ray Stevenson. The thing with like Warzone was like it was an amalgam of Punisher Max comics. It was just like there was no camaraderie, I guess, with it. It felt like a collage of Punisher.
Ray Stevenson he's not mad enough to be the Punisher. Like Tom,
he's got the brooding thing down.
He broods, but like I need Shane's level of anger. Well, no, I feel like Shane might be a little too much for what I want. Maybe that's why I'm always saying Tom is perfect. But like
I still like that like the scene where he's in like Afghanistan where he's like I gotta do some reaping of my own and then he just goes on that like fucking murder montage and I was just like that's pretty dope.
I like Tom because he fucking puts the weight in that kid's hand and he's just like, try holding this with an outstretched arm. And he's just like, he's a dick.
He just doesn't look like the Punisher, man.
Come on.
He's really clean. Like, he's too clean.
He's gritty in that movie. He stabs a dude with the Quran bit. He does.
You know what? Like he is more Punisher in like 1922 than he is in the fucking Punisher movie. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty good. I think it's 1922.
I think it's 1922.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty dope. It's a horror film.
It's funny.
If you don't like rats, you're probably not gonna like the film. But like,
if you have been wondering where the fuck Tom Jane went after The Mist, that's where he went.
1922.
Yep. And Predators. I think it's Predators.
The Predator.
The Predator. Whatever the fuck.
That movie's
it
a
is.
fucking mess.
Yeah.
I love Aliens. I love fucking the Predators. I love everything about that universe. AVP
The Predators
stuff. I like the comics. I like the graphic novels. Like, honestly, like, that movie, though, was crazy bad. That was crazy bad.
That's not good.
It's not even like turn your brain off. It's entertaining. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a mess.
Yep. It's like everywhere Olivia Munn goes.
Show the Predator homeworld. Show them, show their language. Like, world build off of that. I don't know. Like, yeah, Olivia Munn, because she's contaminated or something. I don't know.
They always find a way to get her in something tight or to get her just nude every time. That's how that works. Attack of the show.
Yep. Attack of the show. Semi-naked Psylocke. That's she's...
I feel bad because she's another one that she reminds me of like Megan Fox, where it's like she's just a sex object in the film, and it's like she's actually kind of funny. Like, I remember.
Yeah, Megan Fox is great in Jonah Hex. Like, we were talking about that. She was great in Jonah Hex. Like, I really liked her in that movie. Like, honestly, the only thing that was like I love John Malkovich. I think he did a good job, but I thought he was like weirdly out of place for that film. Like, I think that I honestly personally think that film was below him. I don't know if he loved that film or not, but I thought that film was kind of below him. And then Michael Fassbender is that like Snake Man or whatever, like that weird assassin guy. He's just like crazy henchman man. Like, I thought that movie was below him too. Like, that guy was in fucking 300, dude. That guy's like Magneto. That guy is like David. The guy is like a super good actor. John Malkovich has been in fucking everything. Maybe everybody was too good for Jonah Hex. I don't know. I thought I think Jonah Hex is a dope character, but like I was just like I looked at that movie and I was like, fuck, man, this is like it's straight to DVD.
Yeah, it's straight to DVD.
Yeah. Like, you gotta ask yourself, like I said, I'm not a film writer, but you really gotta ask yourself at some point, is my movie straight to DVD? Like, when you when you're greenlighting it, when you've put it all together and cobbled it together, like, is this gonna be in a Dollar General bargain bin?
When Uwe Boll was making Rampage, he did not think that was going straight to DVD. He was like, this is going straight on Netflix. That's exactly where this movie's going. But not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
there's a lot of,
I know people make their jokes about Netflix. They're like, oh, dude, if it's on Netflix, it's, and they'll take anything. And it's just like, nah.
I mean,
they might.
They've got some good shit on there. I watched a lot of good documentaries on Netflix.
They got The Foreigner on there with Jackie Chan. I should have saw that a second ago, and I was just like, I gotta watch that. That looked super good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jackie's like, I'm done. Today.
Oh my god, I saw him. I can't remember what film I saw him in. It was the last sort of action film he was doing. He still kind of looks like he's got it a little bit, even though being as old as he is and taking so many fucking hits. Like, I'm very impressed with him, actually.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's dope.
Yeah, seriously.
No, dude, our household is definitely fucking pro fucking kung fu movies for sure.
I feel like I want to watch more. Like, I watched, what the fuck was it? Chris Stuckman. He did, top 10 movies of, I think it was top 10 movies of 2019 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he had some film in there that was, it was a kung fu film, and it looked really good. And I got to go back and fucking check it out. I sucks. I was just describing something I can't describe.
No, there's a few that I've seen that I'm like, oh, that looks really good. The Grandmaster, I haven't seen that one yet. I've heard that one's pretty decent. Yeah, it's just constant. My thing is I see The Raid and I just gravitate towards that every time. I've watched this 100,000 times, and I'm like, The Raid is just dope. Raid 2 is dope. Fight choreography is just fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it was cool seeing the dudes in fucking John Wick.
It was cool seeing them. Yeah. I didn't even recognize them.
It's cool. They didn't they didn't even get aced. I was just oh yeah, dude. I love shelving characters.
I love that so much when they do that in movies now.
It's not a crime to kill a villain. It's really not, especially if the story is leading to that or alluding to that.
Yeah,
it's fine, but to shelf characters, especially if you're gonna make sequels and have them reoccur, maybe even redeem those characters, is cool to see, because I swear some movies are just they just throw them into the fucking grinder, and it's just that guy's dead.
A really good point of conversation is because here's my thing with that. It's some people would probably contest that and be like, well, would you want them to live forever? And it's the precedent has been set in superhero films. So we're adapting comic books. If you're trying to make a comic book world or a film seem comic booky, you have to have reoccurring villains. Mm. All of their story arcs feature the the same. Spider-Man fights Doc Ock again and again and again and again, and it's like when you're watching something that you see in a comic book, and then it's on screen and they kill him in the first like time he's there. It's like that's not really comic booky, and that's my thing with a lot of.
That's like the final act.
Yeah,
and it's like literally the origin story of the character you're like putting out there. You're like, okay, cool. Green Goblin came into it now, and he ends now.
Yeah, see, that I will excuse because Goblin canonically dies in the comic after he gets hit by his glider.
Yeah, but still, like, for it to, like, begin and end in the same piece is crazy.
That should be, like, we're doing this for a couple years before we get to the getting hit by the fucking glider.
The Gilder, as his butler would say.
The Gilder,
he was killed by his Gilder.
He died by his own Gilder. It's like, fuck.
James Franco with his like melted face.
I like James in 3 where he's like, and he does the pie. He's like, he disappears.
Oh, he eats the pie and then
he disappears. Like
pulls a blade.
Like what, dude? What the fuck? But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't sit there and take him out immediately. Like even maybe that's the one thing I'll give X-Men is that they don't just outright kill Magneto. They show him in jail. He's in a plastic jail. He has to be, if he wants to wreak more havoc, someone's got to come get him. And it's like, we understand that we don't got to kill him off. Like, so maybe they did one thing right.
I think they're, you know what I'm actually, like, it's funny about that now I'm thinking about it. It's like, I feel like comic book movies are obsessed with like, transport breakouts. Because he had it in Last Stand, where you have the Juggernaut. Oh. You had it in Deadpool. And like it almost seems like all the modern X-Men movies have that like breakout scene where they're in transit and then something happens. It's like they're obsessed with the transportation and then breakout scenes. And it's like, guys, like the A-Team, that movie no one talks about with fucking
the remake with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, with Bradley Liam Neeson. Like they did that, and I feel like everyone just rehashes off that scene. I mean, I'm not saying that was like the first breakout scene, but like when I see all these breakout scenes, I'm like, I just think of the A-Team. I'm just like, dude, we've done this a million times. Like,
I don't know. Yeah, fucking. I'm trying to think of more films.
Yeah, they're obsessed with that gigantic armored caterpillar transport, and then somebody's in there and then breaks out, and it's like,
see, low key, that's kind of how I felt about Guns Akimbo when I saw that. I'm just like, this looks like
it's like an edgier, what's that one Ryan Reynolds movie he's doing right now?
It looks like it has this. Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Like, good guy, or
everyone's doing this shit right now where it's like neon colors, guns, slow mo, like just like.
What are the kids like? Fortnite, sir. V-Bucks, you mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe that's what's going on.
It's like COD Fortnite, dude. Like,
yeah, like that tone of film. Like, I mean,
there's a psycho woman chasing me, and like I've got to survive and save my girlfriend.
It's always a normal dude.
Yeah, it's always like it's always the guy that's got to save his girlfriend. The girlfriend's always in peril. It's like, I got to save my girlfriend. She's been abducted. Yeah, it really is like.
Isn't that Upgrade? Is it Upgrade?
It's not Upgrade, but it's like.
My girlfriend, I gotta. Even Deadpool is like my girlfriend, like straight up.
It has something to do with the girlfriend.
Jesus Christ.
That girl said something nice to me. My girlfriend, gotta save her. She's in peril. Goons with like what is it? Like Russian bald goons with face tattoos have abducted my girlfriend. I have to save her.
Yeah.
They bolted guns to my head. And it's not just to make fun of Akimbo. Like I'll watch Akimbo, but like it really is like the premise.
It looks okay. I was gonna say that for some reason him being in the film makes it like, oh, I'll watch it just because seeing him do shit like that is always like, oh fuck, it looks weird. So maybe he's the draw to that. But Smoking Aces. That was the movie. I was like, it's another one of these. Like, it's a 7 psychopaths in a hotel room with guns, and it's just trash. It's not even good. I'm just like, can we make something like this, but make it like
shoot 'em up
good? Like, shoot 'em up's actually good. I like shoot 'em up.
I mean, I like shoot 'em. I like Smoking Aces. Like the thing. Yeah,
it's okay.
You basically like
shoot 'em up sick.
You play Saints Row. You make a random character as crazy as possible, and then you make 20 more of those characters. You get a foreign location, give them guns they'd never have access to, and you set them loose, and there's your movie.
It's just guns, mindless shooting,
Fucking explosions, some weird rando NPC characters, and some jokes. It's not the shit on it, but it's just like, you know, it's out there. Like these pieces of media are out there.
It looks like it's like B or C film. Like it reminds me of The Losers. Like I remember The Losers came out, and I was like, "There's a lot of cool actors in this film," but I'm like,
Losers is fun.
What's going on in this movie? Like I still don't even understand.
Like Chris Evans singing, you know, "Don't Stop Believing" in the elevator scene, iconic. You got Negan fighting fucking Ahura from Star.
Yeah.
And their sensual, like, sexually frustrated fight scene in the hotel where they're setting everything on fire.
I don't know, like, see, like, I'm looking at all these films now, and I'm like, there's a similar tone to them. It's like Smoking Aces, Losers.
I'm telling you, just guns, explosions, sexual tension.
Red kind of feels
Dude,
like
Red is, Red is like boomer assassins.
Yeah. Like, that's
they definitely didn't pitch it that way, but, like, when I watch Red, I'm like, it's like if boomers... Like it's like they're over their heyday, but they still got it, kind of stuff. And like I like
Bruce
Red.
Willis looks good in that film. I won't even lie.
Bruce Willis is fucking just like solid in like everything he's in. I can't say I've like watched anything by Bruce. Dude, you showed me the Seagrams commercial he did, and I'm just like,
he's nice in the Seagrams commercial.
I'm like, this guy did.
This is where the fun starts.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude,
Seagrams wine cooler.
He's in the Seagrams commercial. I'm like, dude, this guy can't. He doesn't quit.
He's like in a fucking underground like jazz bar. Drinking Seagrams. If you haven't seen that, you go on YouTube and type in Bruce Willis Seagrams. You're gonna love that commercial. It's super good. But yeah, like he made a movie a little while ago that I was like, all right, this is your dad movie, and it was that movie where he's essentially, it's like the Equalizer. It was an Eli Roth film.
Oh, he was the Good Samaritan.
It was something. No, that's not it.
No, it's not. It's God,
I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about. He's like a vigilante and shit like that.
Yeah, and they're like, well, somebody might come for you because you're killing people, and it's like, yeah, we know how this film goes. We've seen this.
It's
movie,
basically The Punisher, but like with Bruce Willis.
With Bruce Willis, yeah.
And
I gotta figure out what the fuck that movie's called, but yeah. He made that movie, and I was just like, Bruce, like, what are you doing here, bud? And, like,
it looked all right.
It looked okay still, but like, it reminds me of like when Stallone and Schwarzenegger did what the fuck was their stupid movie?
Was it that Jailbreak one?
That one or Prison or something? And then I'm like, this is sick because it's got both of them. But like, I heard
Escape
Plan. That's going on my list.
I've not seen it.
Aren't
there like 3 of those? 2 of those?
2, I think.
Are you sure there's not a third? Because there really might be a third.
Let's see. Escape Plan.
I know 50 Cent's in it.
There's 3?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a third one. I saw the trailer for the third one, and I was like, oh, shit, there's 3 of these. 50 Cent's in it.
50 Cent is in that movie. Yep.
I don't even think he's an action guy in that movie, weirdly enough. I think he's like a man in the chair.
He probably just wanted to be in that film. Seriously, I bet he's a big fan. But, we've got Escape Plan 2, which is Stallone and Batista.
What is that one called? Is it just called Escape Plan 2?
Escape Plan 2, Hades. And then Escape Plan 3 is Stallone, fucking Dave Batista, and 50 Cent's in it again, and it's Escape Plan The Extractors. Actually, that might get a watch. I'm not gonna lie. Stallone's consistent for me. Like, he makes like the same like level of action, so I'm like, yeah. He can.
Does he though? Because I mean, like
does.
Rambo, like it was like Rambo 4, right? The last like Rambo he did.
The good one, yeah.
I think that was like crazy good. Like I want to say that's like peak Stallone, and then like I was at Last Blood. I heard wasn't that great. I still have to see it, but I heard wasn't like as good.
He should have gave up on that. Well, not gave up, but I guess stepped away from it. Anyway, though, but yeah, for me, Stallone gets my money. He gets my dollar just because consistency. I'll watch anything with Jason Statham in it. The what is it? That movie where he's like. The Mechanic, there was a sequel to those. I haven't seen that. I'm like, that's probably good. I just know, like off jump.
Honestly, I think like in my brain, I would just like leave it at 1. Like the first Mechanic movie was so good.
He does that little roll at the gas
It's got that
station.
guy from Pandorum in it.
Yep, that dude's in it.
I think he was Angel in the X-Men movies. I can't think of his name.
I think it might be Archangel. or Angel, or I think
No, I'm
it's...
talking about the actor's name. Like,
Oh,
I
that guy.
I can't think of his name, but like, fucking, he was in it. Yeah, Mechanic was good. I actually like the Mechanic more than Transporter.
Oh, I love Transporter. I like all The third one is shit.
Transporter was like a fucking in between, like Krang, fucking the Mechanic.
Sick. We're talking about the Transporter right now. That's actually like sick. I actually I love the Transporter. Transporter 2 is one of my favorite films.
The villain was kind of cheesy though.
He's really funny. Actually, he's like, the antidote is in me. He puts it like in his own blood and stuff, and he has to like get him off the plane and shit. Like, it's pretty fucking good. He's like, everything about me is better. My hair and my suit too. And he just fucking like gets worked. They have a chick in the fucking... She has like 2 Uzis and she's just walking around in her underwear the whole film. She fucking bites it.
Uzi thought.
Yep. He beats ass in that fucking film.
And then the third one.
The third one, he's supposed to transport this Russian chick and falls in love with her.
Yeah, and then he just like leaves the trade. You know, what's funny is Transporter is actually like more Hitman than the Hitman movies.
It is.
It's wild to me.
If Hitman like did crazy martial arts and shit, like imagine Hitman like it's stealth, but like you can break out of stealth and just go Panther, like fucking Splinter Cell, and just you're Jason Statham now with a barcode on your.
I'm surprised they never made a movie for that.
Hitman?
No, they made like a ton of Hitman movies that I don't
Splinter
like.
Cell.
Yeah, Splinter Cell, dude. Sam Fisher, right?
Sam Fisher's a cool character. He is.
But, yeah, that'd be a dope movie.
I'd make a Splinter Cell film. Seriously.
Rainbow Six film. I
Rainbow
feel like
Six.
Yeah, there's a feel like I'm sure I was like, why didn't they make a Call of Duty film? No, I like honestly, I would love a
Call of Duty.
I would love a SOCOM film, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, and like Splinter Cell type film.
Yeah.
Yeah, tons of actors for it. You know, tons of guys that like worked with the military or worked for the military. Like, I feel like those are a series of movies like I would be like seriously down to see.
So you know what's crazy is when I hear that though, it's like at least video game wise, if we'll not just like espionage shit, but like military stuff. I kind of still low key want that Metal Gear film. Like I want them to do that because the story is wonky enough to be interesting. It's hard to picture someone playing that character, but like some people would be like, well, we already got him because Escape from New York and Escape from LA like is Snake Plissken, and I'm like, he's not Snake though, so like we could make that film. Like honestly, I've been saying this for I don't know if I should put this out there, but like I kind of want to make Tenchu, like the movie. Like I want to make that movie. I'm like this sells itself. Like, straight up. It really does.
It'd be pretty dope.
Video game-wise, I'm like, this movie is sick. The villains are cool. The good guys are cool. It's like, there's a journey through it. It's not just, like, a fucking, like, random fucking... Like, all their assassinations are, like, linked to, like... It's just really good. And, like, if I can make a video game movie, like, Jet Set Radio, Tenchu, fucking... Metal Gear, I guess. I could probably do that. But, like, fucking... There's a couple that I think would be actually good.
I like them to do, like, more justice to, like, the Halo franchise. Like, the Fall of Reach, like, live action.
Halo, yeah. I don't know why they never... I feel like they wanted
They've
to.
made, like, a couple of live action adaptations, but they never take. Like, I feel like people, like, the diehard fans are kind of like... We'll take it, you know, but like people for the most part are just kind of like, nah.
This is trash.
This is junk. Like fucking, like the Fall of Reach, like Reach was such a good game. Like to see that as like a live action adaptation would be pretty dope. Like I'm not gonna lie, like they're like Halo, like definitely made me fucking emotional in parts. Like in Reach, where like certain members would like die, and you're just like. Fuck, like that sucks. And then like even in Halo 4 with the finale there, that was super like emotionally charged and stuff like that. Like I don't know, like it would be kind of cool to see that an adaptation to those films. Fucking see Keys become like fucking infected and shit.
I mean, like the first couple of Call of Duties, like the Modern Warfare ones, I think that would kind of be good as a movie. But like I don't know, sometimes I go back and forth because like even Halo. That would be a cool story. 1 through 3, I think, is cool to see on film. But it's like, it's done so well in the video game form that like it's one of those things where like Natalie says sometimes maybe you shouldn't, maybe it doesn't need to be adapted.
Oh, that's possible.
Maybe it's good in this
I don't know.
form.
Like I heard people say that like the Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare was like junk, and I was like, I don't know. This story's kind of good. Like it felt like I was actually watching a movie, like playing the campaign.
Yeah, that's.
And I was kind of like, I was playing through it, and I was like, this is kind of fucking good. Like the Paris attacks, you know, you're trying to like find out who's like operating the cell and stuff like that, and you're trying to stop, you know, global terrorism. I was just like, this kind of feels good. Like this would be kind of like a cool movie to watch. I don't know. Like I heard Sonic's doing well. I don't know if it's out yet here or it is.
I hope it does okay. Well, if it's good, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
my thing is like, I love Sonic. I'm glad that he's being like, well
I think
don't
it's
know.
out. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
It might
I'm
be.
gonna see it. I'm definitely gonna
actually
see
might
it.
watch
It's
that,
funny. I haven't seen
yeah.
Detective Pikachu, but I'm gonna see Sonic probably first.
I like
realistically.
Sonic. I'm a big Sonic fan.
Yeah.
So like, I'll fucking watch it.
I like Jim Carrey. I'm not gonna lie. Like I honestly don't. I can't even think of too many things where I'm like, I see Jim Carrey and I'm like, ugh, Jim Carrey. I don't want to watch this. Like I like
Jim Carrey too.
Liar,
yeah.
liar, fucking like he
The
was the
Mask.
Riddler, The Mask, like
Cable Guy.
me, myself, and Irene.
Me, myself, and Irene. Eternal Sunshine was good, even though it's sad as fuck.
It is super fucking sad.
Jesus Christ.
I rewatched that and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, it's like it's one of those things. Fucking what the hell was I gonna say? I was saying this to somebody at the store about some music they were playing. I was like, I listen to this and I'm like, I have to decide, do I want to just be sad now? Like that's how I feel with the Eternal Sunshine. It's like when I go to watch that, I'm just like, do I want to be sad for 2 hours? Like, or like it's like Vanilla Sky, like watching that shit. Like, do I just want to be miserable and then I have to watch a fucking comedy afterwards? I don't know. Like maybe I'm that dude. Like any day of the week, if I have to watch something, I'm going straight to comedy, action, rom-com. Like 1, 2, 3. Like I'm just trying to feel good. Like I don't want to watch anything that's gonna make me feel shitty. Like what the fuck? I don't understand it.
Just put on Requiem for a Dream and be like, I just want to.
No, like I don't.
I just want to see Jared Leto not win.
Just want to see people just addicted to drugs, just sinking. Like
Oh, who's the lady? G.I. Jane. She was in Requiem for a Dream.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. Her character in that movie, I'm just like, fuck, man, that's so sad. Oh, you had was it Marlon Wayans in that movie? Don't quote me. Snails from fucking
Yeah, it's Marlon Wayans.
It is Marlon Wayans. Shorty, Snails.
Snails.
If you haven't seen the Dungeons and Dragons live action, that's another gem.
He still
to
talks
behold.
about Snails too. I saw him on Breakfast Club, and he was like, he definitely was like, he talked about that film. He was like, yeah, I was Snails in D&D.
That's dope, dude.
I'm like, yeah, you
Dude,
fucking
I'm telling you,
remember that
like
shit,
D&D
dude.
needs to acknowledge his character, like in the books.
Oh, I mean,
bro,
he dies.
He's,
So it's
no, he's
like,
legendary, bro. Like
Snails. He just
black
gets-
adventurer, Snails.
He dies. Fucking what's
No
his
last name.
is in that film. I can't. Jeremy Irons. He's the bad guy. It's Alfred. Yep. Or he's in the Tudors or whatever show he's in. Fucking, I can't remember. But yep, weird film. Like that's another one. That's a what is that film? That's a C minus film. That's what,
C minus.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably right.
C. That is like just above Doom Annihilation. Like there's Doom and then there's like D.
Nah, I think it's a couple pegs above that.
It's just above.
just above it.
Doom Annihilation is E. It's like a E, like bordering on F, and then fucking like, D&D is definitely like it's like C minus because it's like they made the film about dragons.
I
and
will
it's
say like Doom Annihilation definitely makes you appreciate the first Doom, which is fucking weird. It, like sometimes I wonder if like creators do that. Like I know like the Doom Annihilation guys didn't really work with the previous Doom movie adaptation people. I'm well aware. I'm sure that did not occur. If it did, that's wild. But like I'm sure it didn't occur. I sometimes wonder though. It's just like, you know, if this it completely sucks, at least it'll make the other project look decent. Like, and it does. Like, Doom Annihilation was something like lackluster. It does make like the Rock's version of the like Doom movie like look
but
a
it's
lot
still
better.
so bad. It's still so. It's like famously trash. Like, who the fuck knew about that film? Though I was surprised knew about it.
I think it was big. I remember it being pretty big, and everyone was like rushing to the theaters, like, "Oh my god, a Doom movie!" See,
Yeah.
all the people that, like literally came up with Doom were like, "Oh fuck, a movie adaptation." There's no Doom guy. That had to be.
It's a military team. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like no Doom guy.
They're not even on Mars, really.
Fucking zombies again. It's just like.
Yep. There's no actual creatures from Doom in the film. It's just like, did you guys even play the game? Like, that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, it's one man, like, with a shotgun. Like, what the fuck?
You would think. What was it? That live action trailer I showed you for the first Doom game.
That's the movie, yeah.
Yeah, that is the movie. Like, and it's just like I don't understand why there's like all these extra people. Yeah, it's all these extra people, all this extra dialogue, and it's just like these weird, like, I don't know, just these weird additions to such a simple concept.
Yep. I don't know. It's just a case of them, like, the wrong people getting their hands on it. Like, I actually thought I wanted to talk about this like 2 episodes ago, and it was about Zack Snyder, about like because he adapted 300 and Watchmen really well, in my opinion. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never read 300, but like I've skimmed it. I know that's weird to say, but like it was in a long ass book at Borders. It was a book that was like this long. The pages were like really fucking big, and like it's another one like Watchmen where he looked at the artwork and put it to screen. And I'm like, he's one of the only cases where I can see someone that adapted something so faithfully. And there's a part of me that's like, did he just really love the property? Because, like, you rarely see shit like that. Like, Watchmen, 300, Sin City. And I'm like, why is it that more people don't do that? I don't fucking understand.
I mean, I think Ryan showed that level of detail with Deadpool.
He
really
did.
do.
But, like, there's things about but Ryan embodies the character of Deadpool perfectly. But as far as, like, the universe and, like, you know, I guess maybe him intermingling with, like, other characters and stuff, it's like, almost perfect. Cable was great. Deadpool, great. His version of Juggernaut, great. Colossus is good. I like Negasonic. She's cool. They sort of show the cast of the shitty X-Men films in the movie. It kind of sucks that he has to be associated with them, but I don't know. It's another thing where like I recognize his level of like detail, but I'm like, you come on, dude, like go the extra fucking mile. Like do all of like he has the teleporter. They put Bob in the film. I'm like, sweet. Let's get some Deadpool stories that are from the comics and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do that. It kind of seems like he's just making his own like there's no Vanessa in the Deadpool comics. Why is that the first movie? Like, what the fuck? They could have gave, like, a better story for that. 2 is, like, Cable comes back to hunt down some kid because the kid is, like, he causes chaos in the future or something, or he causes somebody he loves to die, or I can't even fucking remember, but it's, like, that's not what goes on, like, at all. It's, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't know. That's my thing. Is that he's doing great. I love him as Deadpool, but, like, just make it, like, stupid accurate. Dumb accurate to the fucking source material. It doesn't happen. It never fucking happens. Like, Jesus. Even with Marvel. Like, the older I get, the more I'm starting to look at more of their stuff and just kind of go, like, this is still loose. This is still, like, almost there. Like, we're just kind of there. Like, all Thor, trash. Captain America, kind of okay, but they just waste Zemo, and we waste Crossbones, and we waste fucking, like... just
kind of Red Skull.
Kind of Red Skull. You know what I'm saying?
He's like super reoccurring.
It's like, yeah, and just like he's gone.
That's it. And then he's in the Soul Cairn or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is where he went.
He's super chill too. Like his temperament's like so like chill. I lead men to treasure I can't seek. I'm like, never. The dialogue that would not come out of his mouth.
His nuts got clipped. Like, seriously, like, bad.
Whole shaft.
I'm gonna clip your nuts. Like I clipped your daddy's nuts. Like, whoa, where's this coming from? But yeah, fucking, that's my thing, is like, I just don't get it. Like, I really don't understand. Like, if I'm getting hired on to make any film and it's based off of something, I'm gonna try to make that what it is. Like, maybe it's that they're thinking it can't be translated from the comic to the screen, which doesn't, like, I mean, it makes sense considering that all of the characters are divided up amongst, like, Sony, Universal, Marvel, so you can't, like, have them crossing paths as much. But still, individual stories, like, why the fuck can't I get a legit Mandarin? Who the fuck is Obadiah? Is he even an Iron Man fucking dude? Like, he's a legit, like...
Yeah, Obadiah's legit. Like, fucking...
He just looked like Jeff Bridges. Like, it's just him. I'm just bald and mad. It's like, are you even in the comics, bro? Like,
Obadiah's legit. Fucking, like, they're all legit, but, like, my thing is, like, we went for Obadiah, legit. Then we had, not Crossbones.
Whiplash.
Fucking Whiplash.
Who is legit, but, like...
Who's legit, but he's, like, a tier, like, F villain in the roster. And then we went, after that...
It's the Mandarin. And we didn't do the Mandarin.
Yeah, we didn't really do the Mandarin.
Or we did, I guess, because Guy Pearce is like, I am the Mandarin. Like, he kind of says he's the Mandarin. And it's like, you're not the
whoever
Mandarin.
screams they're the Mandarin the loudest gets to be the Mandarin. Like...
It's like, you're not Asian, bro. You don't got 10 rings. Like,
no rings.
There's no rings.
Yeah,
There's
no rings
magic
involved. There wasn't even like metaphorical rings or like, you know, some satellite shaped like rings or some kind of installation like ring. Nothing.
No, it's in the first film. Their little organization that kidnaps him is called the 10 Rings. They're like, oh, we nod at it, and it's like, stop nodding and just like put it in the fucking film. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like, I'm honestly hoping that Marvel shows, like, that Mandalorian type love to its future projects. It's like, I don't know. Mandalorian was pretty fucking dope.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Looking forward to season 2.
Season 2.
3, 4, 5.
I mean, yeah. They didn't kill Bill Burr. So I'm coming back.
Pretty important.
Yep. Seasons 3.
I don't think, like, weirdly enough, I think if we see those 3 goons again, they're probably dead. I don't think they get a second shelving.
Oh, I don't know. Like, Clancy Brown, the big demon man, he was, like, I was pretty sure he was dead, and they didn't kill him, so I'm like, wow, it's kind of soft in the pants on them a little bit.
See, like, honestly, like, when they shelf, I'm surprised. I don't think they're going to double shelf, like, anybody. If they're in season, like they might wait until like a season 3 to bring them back, but like they're probably fucking dead.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think you get a second shelf.
If you get a shelf, you're lucky as fuck.
I mean, look at Thanos. Like they kind of like he won, so that's kind of like his shelf won, and then like fucking Endgame done.
Yep. Your head gets cut off in the first 2 seconds of the film. Yes, dead. I killed Thanos. And he just gains weight.
It's the Thanos effect.
Yep.
You give away Asgard to someone who didn't even want to be about Asgard. Is that weird? Is that like Valkyrie was like she just wanted to drink and not be about like helping Asgard at all, and then like she helps Thor a bit.
That character's whack. I don't know, it's like she's kind of shitty.
I like the actress. She's great.
She's cool, but it's like that's how I feel about Daisy Ridley too. It's just like, what are you doing in this shit pile? Like, just like, get out of here. Like, come on. My character is disenfranchised with being a superhero because all of my sisters were slaughtered in some crazy battle. I'm assuming it was Hela that killed all of them.
And then she just becomes like
I'm
Queen of Asgard.
Yep. And Thor didn't even want Asgard. Nobody wants Asgard but Loki, and he's trash.
Dude, the people of Asgard don't even want Asgard.
Nope. Asgard is a people. It's not a place. It's like, it's definitely a place. Like, come on.
He dipped out of the franchise.
Oh, shit. He was gone. Thank God. I really hope we don't get a 4th one of those fucking films.
Oh, come on. Dude,
I stay talking shit about Thor.
Thor, what? Thor, Love and Thunder? Dude, it's gonna be dope.
Oh, that's happening. I thought it was Asgardians of the Galaxy.
I think he loses all the weight. He like sheds the weight and like gets jacked.
Love and Thunder. Listen to that. Does that sound like we're getting a good film? No. Does that sound like a Thor film?
It's Thor.
No.
It's Thor Ragnarok 2.
just make it a comedy. Just commit to making him a joke. Thor's a joke. It's like
That makes me sad.
it makes me sad. Like what the fuck, dude? His character is badass, and
Dude,
it's just
when we're let's see, when we're 80, maybe like the MCU will be rebooted.
I fucking hope so. Seriously, I have to show you this funny GIF that I saw yesterday. It's Spider-Man. It's like the '70s one that had like the belt and shit underneath his shirt. Even though that's what Spider-Man really does have. He does have a fucking belt full of web fluid. It's him, a guy crawling in the Spider-Man suit on the ground with a wrench, and it's just a GIF, and he's like, and like smacks the ground with the wrench and keeps crawling. It's like, it's a funny fucking GIF. I don't know. I'll send it to you. It's funny. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But yeah, fucking, I don't know. Like, it just makes me sad. Like, this year, as far as like right now goes, I am not sure what's coming out actually right now. At this point in the year, we're in February, and I'm like, yeah,
So
I'm in
we're
the
at
dark.
We're at the midpoint of the first quarter.
Guns Akimbo. I'm like, that's probably not even coming out this year. The Harley Quinn film is out. Sonic's out.
I think Guns Akimbo might be out. I don't know.
Maybe. Seriously.
It's not a very accurate channel. We do not strive to be accurate.
Yep.
We take it as we get it.
This is all speculation. Harley might be good. Sonic might be good. Like, who knows? They both get a watch, though. Seriously. Sonic definitely does. Because they changed him up from the horror Sonic, like, it's like with Steve Buscemi's face.
Can't do any worse than that.
Nope. It doesn't really get much fucking... You can't do worse than Mario, Luigi Mario. So, like...
That's canon.
Luigi Mario is canon.
What's your last name? Mario. Luigi Mario. It's like, did you... I feel like that was improv. Like, that wasn't... that wasn't even in the script. Like, he said that, and they're like, oh... We just kept filming him. Like...
Luigi Mario.
It's Luigi Mario. Mario. The fungus. It's like, this isn't the game. This is not what happens.
That was like a horror... That was like a horror version.
He's going into the fungus. It's like... What?
Like the king's in the fungus and it's like pulsating, and Yoshi's like a yellow like raptor Tyrannosaurus Rex thing. The jump boots were cool, dude. I remember that as kids. Like the jump boots were dope as fuck. They're like those moon shoes.
I'm just gonna.
Mario doesn't even have this power. Is this supposed to be like the jump where he like does the two jumps and then the?
Yep. See, this is my thing. I don't understand like what it is. They have to take these nonsensical things from video games or comic books, and they try to apply real world like technology. How would Mario jump and crush Goombas? Well, he couldn't just do it naturally. No one can jump that high. Well, he'd have to be wearing some type of apparatus or maybe boots. We should give him boots, and it's just like
he's got jump boots.
Who is thinking that much about this shit? He's a plumber in a world where there's piranha plants. None of that has any logical consistency. His villain is a dragon sorcerer. And they just make him a man with like spiked hair. It's like, that's Bowser. Fuck off. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I like how the bomb's tiny. Like it's super tiny.
Yeah, it's like, I don't fucking understand. But I was gonna say that's the second time we've actually talked about Mario like on this fucking. So if you haven't seen that movie, I can't even actually recommend it. I can't actually be like, go watch that. I can't say that because you're gonna be dumber.
Have the guys
after that.
The guys who did John Wick do the reboot.
The Mario reboot.
Yeah, get those two guys in the Karambit scene from Raid. Have them be the Hammer Bros. Keanu Reeves is Mario.
Keanu Reeves is Mario. I'll take it. I'll take Keanu's. If they just fucking like, they zoom in on the back of his head, and then he turns around and just goes, "Let's go." He says that, and it's like 2023. I'm like, oh shit! Like, I'm in.
Toad's like, Mario, are you back? I think I'm back.
I think I'm back. I'm thinking I'm back. Let's go. He says it with the goofy voice.
He flips through an image. he does like a side flip into a fucking portrait.
He flips, and the shit starts. You're like, oh shit, dude, they're actually doing it. They're doing the game. I would shit. It's like him to flipping and he like slides on his stomach. It's just Keanu in overalls.
You see Keanu carrying a penguin like in the snow level.
Fucking Christ, yes. I need that, actually. I need that in my life. I don't know, like, is it too much? Like, I was saying this to Kyle when he was over here, dude. Like, is it so weird? Oh, no. Why I defend Mortal Kombat Annihilation now, as trashy as a film it is? Everybody in that film, except for Sonya, kind of looks like their character. Shao Kahn looks like Shao Kahn. Raiden is... I like the actor. It's Ajax. He looks like Raiden. He does the and he like tosses himself. Scorpion wears crazy yellow. Sub-Zero has a scar. He wears blue. Liu Kang is Liu Kang. They look like they do in the game, and I'm like, is it so hard to do that? Like they're like we've got to put the X-Men in black leather. They don't wear fucking underwear and goofy shit like that. It's like it looks like they're wearing it in the book. Where they're from. Like, I don't fucking, like, if Keanu's Mario, like, what are they gonna, he's gonna be wearing black. It's just gonna be him with a beard.
No, dude,
hair,
he's
like,
gonna be like fucking Idris Elba and fucking Hobbs and Shaw, dude. He's gonna have like a fucking scientific, technologically advanced suit. He's gonna be a superhuman.
Yep.
He's gonna be superhuman plumber.
Punch bricks. And
He's gonna be like cyberpunk Keanu, but like wearing blue and red. He's gonna be wearing like the overalls.
oh yeah, like Scott Pilgrim, he gets the life in the film and he like grabs the life. It's like you don't actually have to grab it. Like in the game, you just run into it and you absorb it. Like that's what it should be like. If he's like punching bricks to get coins, they probably have a coin and he like picks up like a real coin. It's like it's just supposed to float and you like touch it. Like that's how it fucking works. Like I don't know. That's the kind of shit that I'm like, just make it what it is in the game. You don't have to be like, oh, that's not real life. It's like fuck real life. Like make the game. Jesus fucking Christ. That's my rant about realism in fucking films. Bam, right there. Stop with it. Just make it weird.
Yeah, I can't believe those things were Koopa Troopers or Goombas. I don't know what the fuck those things were.
Goombas, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, they were rough. I did like. I thought the de-evolution. I did like the de-evolution gun was the NS controller. That was pretty funny. Turn that guy into like a fucking chimp or some shit like that.
Yep.
That was pretty funny. That was okay. You can have that campy shit in there. Like that's fine.
I'll take that. But just like sometimes they try too hard. Like with what the fuck was it? Oh no, I was actually gonna reference Hulk, but Hulk, I feel like they're actually trying to be comic booky in Hulk, where they have the comic book panels, like switching and shit. Even though that movie is like garbo, like Jesus Christ, he fucking like transforms, but his pants like they just manage to stay on every time. It's like those are coming off too. Like let's be real, he's really just nude in that film. Like when you watch that movie. Just that's what I want everybody to know. When he transforms, like, it's like everything's coming off, dude.
It's the stretchy pants, dude.
Like what the fuck? I don't know. It's weird.
You wanna?
Sure. This one might be a little shorter. Thanks for joining us, guys. I thought this was actually kind of fun. Episode 3. This is the last episode 3. The last ones aren't really episode 3, but this is the last time. Next one's episode 4. What the fuck? I gotta watch fucking something next time.
The Witcher.
The Witcher?
All of it.
8 episodes?
Yeah. One day. Not even a whole day.
Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I'll watch The Witcher. I don't know. I don't know.
Guns Akimbo if it's out.
Check out Guns Akimbo. Go watch Sonic. Tell me if it was good, so I know if I can fucking and watch Harley, because I feel like I have to see those. Okay, thanks for joining us. Later, guys. Bye.